One Bad Apple, Season 3, Episode 4. Not looking forward to this. I have no reason to give this show any leeway, any credit at all. The last 3 episodes have been just such an insult to animation and storytelling, TV in general. Just, oh my gosh. I'm still gonna give the show the benefit of the doubt. I'm still gonna try and look at it objectively. But this one's clearly gonna be about the little kids, and I don't know, they're based on that picture. Looks like they're like playing the drums. I don't know, typing something? I don't know. I'm not reading the description again, but One Bad Apple. Okay, so that title makes me think one of them is gonna be bad, so Apple Bloom's just gonna be like mean for some reason, and then it's just gonna be mean. I don't know where I'm going with that. I just really hope this starts being something, because this is just the most painful thing. So she's worried about what to wear. Why is she even wearing clothes? Oh, okay. She's from the fancy place. Okay, so the cousin doesn't have the mark either, so then Apple Bloom is gonna get her to join the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and then the cousin's gonna be a dickhead. It's gonna be something like that. Oh, that's the face of someone who wants to die. I should know what that face looks like. Here she comes. Somehow their voice isn't that annoying. I think it's just not that high pitched of a voice. There's the more just focusing on the weird butts. They literally just touched butts, and they like squished into each other. What the fuck? Is this just a thing in like all baby shows? Like, I don't get it. It's so creepy, and a kid for little kids. I can't. Meanwhile, they're just doing dumb shit, and clearly this cousin doesn't want to be a part of the club. There's the bullies.
Giant orange?
Calling that an orange isn't funny in and of itself. Like, it looks nothing like an orange. And her name is Babs. Okay then. What now? She's gonna say yeah? Oh no, she's actually gonna join the bullies. And there goes the potato. Okay, so she's a bully.
Crying.
Was that supposed to be like really emotional? Just the way that they like the music and stuff, it seemed like it was supposed to be really dramatic. I think it's just the show trying to make it everything overly dramatic. I'm almost surprised they didn't say Tattle Pony instead of Tattletale. I'm glad they didn't, but whatever. More fucking singing. Fuck. Again, it's just exposition. Okay, that melody is like... What is that song called? It's like, that's what you get when you break your heart one? What is it, like a Paramore song? It's like the same melody, or it's just that sounds the same. This is just some generic shitty pop song, but the lyrics are just exposition. You know, I guess their voices actually aren't high-pitched in this song though, so it's actually better than the rest of the show, because their voices aren't as annoying. Oh no, and she took the clubhouse. Oh no. There's more of the butt shit. This show is just butts the show. Like, what? This is a butts show. It's like, really, every shot emphasizes the character's butts. The way they walk and sit and stand. Okay, so they're gonna make her the guest of honor, and then it's gonna be that she's embarrassed because she's in the stupid float. Still got pretty much nothing to say. What the? Why is there a shine on the butt? Like, it's like a porn thing. Like when they put oil or whatever, that's like a thing. That's what that looks like. Oh my gosh. This show is so just fucked. And here comes Babs. Oh, never mind. Oh, I want to die now. Pinkie Pie was in a scene. She's saying words about destroying. What? I don't get it. What, the apple thing is gonna blow up? Oh, there's been people bullying her. Okay, so by bringing up her lack of a mark, oh my gosh, okay, so this is the bullying episode. So what's the apple actually gonna do though? Just blow up? I don't know. I don't have anything else to say really. It's just boring. Every one of these scenes is not interesting or funny. It's not even like, it's just a bunch of nothing. I mean, it's just like the last episode, except the audio isn't as annoying. But I mean, just as little is actually happening. There's just nothing to say. I beat this show to death with a hammer, and now I'm just ripping its limping corpse. Just ripping its corpse limb from limb, beating the remaining organs out with the arms and legs that I've ripped off. There's nothing left to do to this. There's nothing left to say about this. Okay, whatever. Okay, simple lesson about bullying. Don't be a bully just because someone else is bullying you. Oh, yeah, and just talk to the adults and don't keep it to yourself. I guess this is supposed to be funny, that she's hitting the drums like an idiot. So I guess this is gonna be a reoccurring character. Well, actually, probably not, since they said she's from the other city. city, so... Oh yeah, there, she's going back to the city now. What, now she's gonna defend them? Oh my gosh, this is so boring. It's like this is supposed to be funny, and it's just failing so hard. It's just so painfully boring. It's just painfully boring. Pretty much every episode is either painful, like the last one, like it's physically painful because it's so obnoxious to hear, or it's like this one where it's just so painfully boring. Like, the plot is another generic plot. This new character comes in, she's Apple Bloom's cousin. All the little kid characters think the cousin's gonna be their new friend, and then it turns out she ends up being a bully. Then they try to sabotage her to get back at her, but then they realize that they're being jerks, and then they try to save her from the sabotage thing, and then they all realize they were being bullies when they shouldn't have been. And the lesson is, don't be a bully just because you're getting bullied, and talk to adults. It's just, that's what every episode of this show is. It's just the same generic story that you've seen a million times, except just with no interesting perspective taken on them. It's just nothing. There's so little substance to any of these. And I guess within this show, it's more painful when the show is just physically painful than when the show is just so boring, like painfully boring. Like, I don't know, this episode I'd give like a 3 out of 10, just because it wasn't like physically painful. There wasn't that many annoying voices. Also, it barely had any Pinkie Pie, so that is an immediate improvement over that last one. It's just like there's just so absolutely nothing. Like, I'm thinking like every episode of Star, for example, has some weird thing that they're doing, some off-the-wall thing. Like, well, okay, the first episode, you got Star coming into town, and that's like the introduction, and then she's all doing her crazy magic shit. The second episode, they go to these weird-ass dimensions, and it's like all this crazy stuff, and it's 11 minutes, and it's condensed. You're introduced to this floating disembodied head, and that's one of the characters. You also get some world building with the introduction of the St. Olga's school. And, I mean, you could look at every episode of Star like that, and there's something interesting, something just ridiculous happening. And of course, there's some that are bad, you know, like the Gustav one. That one's really, that's just the same generic story. But it's like, that's the rare case where there's something generic in that show. With this show, with My Little Pony, it's every episode is just the same, just dumb plot that you've seen a million times with nothing interesting happening. It's literally just, oh, your cousin comes here, and now she's a bully. That's it. There's nothing new. There's nothing interesting. There's nothing created for it. It's just that bare bones plot. Oh my gosh. It's just nothing.